I'm sorry, Garv. This is the set that you had to build.
Labor organization and revolt made easy.
And then, for some reason, I was always really interested in beatniks. Beatniks and Reds. I think because it was so foreign to me, like the Red Scare was not part of my actual life, but it always seemed like this thing is, it's hard, it's funny. It was always funny to me to imagine how passionate people were about that, how big of a deal it was for them. And it was always so, but from a safe distance, it was just kind of entertaining. Like, oh, wow, people are like, were really concerned about communists everywhere and unions and...
No, I remember there were, when I was a little kid, there were people would still talk about communist plots in all seriousness, yeah.
But don't you see, when the government fades away, so will our troubles.
Ah, nonsense. We will always need some armed force to fight off the return of capitalism.
That sort of fascist thinking is as dead as you are, comrade. When we get rid of all the guns, that's when people will begin to self-police, and the public opinion alone will keep them from committing crimes.
Hola, trust funders.
Hey, look who's making the scene. It's Manny Calavera, the up, the down, the backside of the nouveau riche.
Beat it, dinner jacket. We're talking about things you wouldn't understand, like truth and beauty.
Buenas noches, comrades.
Hey, Manny, no offense, but we don't have time for establishment types like yourself.
What makes you guys think I'm so establishment?
You smell like bacon and oppression, man.
¿Qué? Hey, kids.
Sorry, Manny, no room for the bourgeois in our revolution.
Yeah, man, no room for the big fat cat from the uptown party that didn't send our invitations to the working class.
There's that spotlight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this was another, like, we lifted up the, or took the technology from RenderDroid, which was in Jedi Knight, but it didn't have spotlights at the time. It just had directional lights and point lights. So that was actually one of the very first things when
first thing you did.
Yeah, when I got hired onto the team, which I was brand new to LucasArts, and Tim and Brett brought me in, and my first thing I was like, I'm gonna put in spotlights because I know how to do that, and it's gonna matter, and that'll be my stake in the ground. And this was one of the first scenes I worked on that had spotlights. So when Manny walks off stage and you see the light, you know, when he walks out of the light, it was a pretty important moment. Everybody thought that was pretty cool. I was like, all right, I did something. I'm in this amazing project with this amazing team, and I did something.
Looks like it's open mic night. Testing. Testing. So what is up with airplane food anyway?
Is he trying to be funny?
I mean, it's so small and not that good.
There's nothing funny about being dead, comrade.
Life is pain, death is worse. My funny bone must have fell off in the hearse.
Anyone out there know where I can find some tools?
The only tool in here is you.
Yeah, tool of the government, monkey wrench of the man.
Is there an Anselmo Naranja in the audience tonight?
He's down at Toto's place getting carved.
If he's not passed out under a dock somewhere.
Hey, can anyone out there help me get into the Maritime Union?
Hey, we're into organizing labor.
Not sabotaging labor.
Good evening. I like to read a poem. A single calcified tear. I am more than dead. I am sick, and in so being, I am the healthy one. Hurting. Forgive these 5 sins. Go, go, go! Be Gracias. Muchísimas gracias. So, what did you think of the poem?
I liked it. It was sad and beautiful, like my mother.
I despised it. It was too short, said nothing to me, like my father.
I had no feelings about it. It was aloof and licked itself too much, like my cat, Mr. Trotsky.
Hey, can I borrow this book?
Why? So you can freak out our plans for organizing labor and go rat us out to your pal, Chief Bogan?
Hey, I'm just looking for something to read on the can, all right?
No dice, Cumberbund.
Hey, did I ever tell you guys that you remind me of my friend, Salvador Limones?
Salvador Limones is a fairy tale, a spook story the man tells the masses as he puts them to sleep.
Idiot! Salvador Limones is a very real and a very great man.
He also writes a mean letter.
What is this? I, Salvador Limones, salute you, Manuel Calavera?
A great ally in this noble revolution.
You really know Salvador Limones? What's he like?
Why didn't you tell us you were a freedom fighter, Manuel?
I can't talk about my underground gig, man, where I put the whole scene in Dangerville.
Wow, heavy.
Hey, I've got a split, so,
Viva la revolucion.
Oh, man.
Would you cats mind if I dug on this book for a while?
Knock yourself out, brother.
Looks pretty dry. I'll save it for tonight when I'm trying to get some sleep. Lola? What are you doing here? This crowd doesn't go much for souvenir pictures, except maybe of Lenin.
Shh! Manny, I'm on a stakeout. I'm gonna prove to Maximino once and for all that Olivia's no good for him.
Still hung up on Max, eh? Take my advice, Angel. Forget about him. He's a gambling racketeer.
Like you.
Oh, that hurts, baby.
Hey, shh! Here they come.
Come on, sugar. How about a kiss for the road?
Oh, ick. Don't let me down, Nick. You're a lawyer. You're not supposed to have feelings.
I don't, but I know a good tart when I see one. Hey! If Maximino sees that, we're going to end up in matching terracotta pots.
Don't be silly. He wouldn't hurt me. He loves me. Manny, at last we're alone. Tell me, how are the bourgeoisie?
Fine. How's Max?
Oh, Gramps, don't start.
What are you doing with a snake like Nick?
I'd lay it on you, Manny, but I don't think you'd get it.
Messing around with your boyfriend's lawyer is pretty dangerous.
Oh, maybe I was wrong. You do get it.
I'm a little worried about Lola.
That's because she's doomed, Manny. She fell in love with Maximino. That's the one mistake I never made.
You think Nick would hurt her?
Only if he finds her, and take it from me. He's not good at finding things.
Little dark in here, don't you think?
Dark and cold, like the hearts of men.
You know, I'm thinking of buying this place.
Really? I thought about buying yours for a while, but then I just decided to ask my boyfriend Max to buy it for me.
You can have it. I'm leaving town.
Manny, you sound so exciting all of a sudden. Why are you leaving town?
Johnny Law, baby. You see, I'm a grifter. I'm bad news.
Yeah, right. You're running after that ghost chick everyone says you're still so uptight about. Well, I have a poem I wrote just for you. Pay attention because it's pretty short. Here it goes.
Open mic night seems like a big hit.
It always takes those timid souls a while to get up the nerve.
Maybe it would help if you went up there and started things rolling.
Oh, Manny, read poetry in my own club? That would be like this whole place was just a big temple set up to worship me.
Oh, come.
Okay. A single calcified tear. I am more than dead. I am sick And in so being, I am the healthy one. Hurting. Forgive these 5 sins. Go, go, go.
Hey, you stole my poem.
Consider it an homage.
Well, catch you later, hip chick.
Keep practicing that lingo, man. You'll get it.
That's where Velasco lets us store the bone wagon. There it is. Max's giant cat racetrack. How's a regular guy with 3 roulette tables supposed to compete with that?
It's strange, the characters in this game don't like to go into crowded areas, almost as if it's too hard to render them.
2 kitties, Bonbon's home, big furry bastard.
Ugh, I'm not sure what I hate more, crowds or cats, but I'm definitely not going near either one today. Wow, somebody really liked this cat. Beloved Sandspoof, this regal and majestic feline was a record holder for speed and a favorite of the crowds here in Rubalcaba for many years, until her career was suddenly and tragically cut short on the 2nd week of the racing season, when the airship Olivia 1, on its maiden voyage, crashed onto the track mid-race and exploded. Many bereaved fans testified later that before the blimp hit, Sandspoof was in the lead. Fuchi, that smell. Es peor que la muerte. I could open it with my teeth, but I'm not that hungry. I could open it. It says revolutionary design leaves can edges safe and smooth for Kitty. This cat litter really needs changing. See, this is why I don't have a pet. Tempting as it is, I just can't bring myself to jump in the giant unclean kitty litter. Hey! Looks like a great night for cat races.
The cats racing. We were always so sad that we never showed the cat races, but that was for budget reasons. Obviously, we didn't want to cut the actual cats, but I wanted to have giant cats running on a track like that.
And the idea of a cat's racing being herdable enough to race is pretty. Why cats?
Why cats? There was a. God, I don't remember. Why cats? That's a good idea.
I mean, I just remember making the music going wah, wah, at some point because you're near the kitty litter.
How big were those when you drew them? Like the posters and the murals and stuff.
We could actually work rather big.
Did you have Photoshop back then?
We had Photoshop, but I don't know if we had layers back then. Or
oh, we had layers.
I think we did. Oh yeah, we had layers, but maybe
Paul
only.
just didn't know what they were.
No, but I think too. You only had a one undo or maybe 2 undos.
Oh wow.
Watch it, buddy! Pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad. Buzz, 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 buzz. That's a good cat.
Well, I remember, speaking of VO, I remember you casting this, and then I remember you vanishing.
Yeah.
And you were gone for so long recording this.
Yeah, I was down in... Actually, it was the only one time we rented an apartment rather than staying at a hotel, because I was down in LA recording this for 6 weeks, and then I was bookended on either side with 2 weeks for 2 Lucas Learning projects.
Yeah.
And so it was
yeah, you just moved away.
Yeah. It's a long time.
Pair of glass packs.
Nick Virago, what are you doing working in the High Roller Lounge? I would think Maximino's private lawyer would have his own office.
I do, but they don't serve drinks there.
Got a little lipstick on you, lover boy.
Monsieur, a little wine up here, please.
I already got rid of that, and I can do the same to you, Calavera. So if I were you, I'd keep my jaw shut.
Well, I remember, speaking of...
Everything all legal with the kitties?
Yes, they keep themselves pretty clean.
I have to tell this to someone. I hate cats.
Me too, but they keep the lights on around here.
Who do you like in the 4th race?
Well, there's a white-footed tabby in gate 2 that's looking strong, but has a slight eye infection.
But you think he's gonna pull out of it and win anyway, right?
No, that puss-eyed puss is going to lose, but nobody knows, and I'm going to make a mint.
Nice talking with you, Nick.
Been a slice.
Rubicava is named after a girl I knew in the 4th grade. Her last name was Rubicava. That's a fun fact for you.
Wow.
She's married now. Doesn't use it anymore, so I get to use it.
You're keeping it alive.
Hello, Maximino.
Why, if it ain't Manny Calavera, come to see how the big boys play, eh, Manny?
From what I can tell, they play with kitties.
Kitties, roulette tables, what's the difference? They go round and round all day, and they're both more reliable when they're fixed. Am I right?
How's the old cat race, Max?
Well, volume's pretty low. Most everybody's out of town.
Tell me about it.
But I've got some side businesses that help smooth over the rough spots.
You know, you got a pretty nice setup here.
You got a good little club yourself, Manny. Not as nice as my girlfriend's, of course.
Rubicava is named after...
Did you say your girlfriend?
Hey, Manny, don't pretend you don't hear the gossip. It's not a secret anymore. Olivia and I are officially an item.
Look, you gotta cut Glottis off. He has a problem.
As long as he's got credit, then he's got no problem.
Credit? How did Glottis get credit?
He's part owner of your club, ain't he?
Half owner, actually.
Well, he put the joint up as collateral. So as long as you're in business, he's in business.
Go, go, go! Run! That's a good cat! Buzz, 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 buzz!
Wait, why did Cataglottis leave the piano playing thing and come down here? Oh, you got him the pass. You gave him a pass.
Right.
So
now he's a high roller.
And he's an alcoholic and a gambler because of you.
Right.
But it's all for a good cause, adventure game playing.
Go, go, go!
I had no idea you liked gambling so much, Glottis.
Well, the doctors made me promise I wouldn't do it anymore. But they can't get in the High Rollers Lounge, now can they? Run! Get up, you stupid cat! This is it! Almost there! Run!
Looks like a turkey baster.
Here we're being very insensitive to claustrophobics and French people. Probably would never do it today. But I'm
well, the Twitter. Just think of the Twitter response from the
bring that
claustrophobic French people, right?
Go! Go! Go!
Now that guy really needs his beauty rest. Wake up, Izzy!
Hey! I'm trying to get some sleep over here.
Going down?
Probably. Later.
Maybe you could take me down now.
Oh, yeah. I could take you down, but I can't eat customers anymore.
No, down in the elevator. I want to go down in the elevator.
That's true. They wouldn't see me hit you in there, but I still get in trouble.
Why can't you hit customers anymore?
Exactly. It makes no sense.
Just open the elevator door.
Then they really see us fighting.
How about a bribe?
Look at me. What can you give to a guy who has everything?
Sorry about my friend. I'll get him out of here if you want.
Who, Glottis? Nah, he's all right. He's just got to pace himself. I can barely get any sleep between changing casks for him.
Hey, let's beat up that waiter.
Not a bad idea. But he's new. Give him a break.
I don't want to fight. I just want to use the elevator.
Chicken?
Sorry. Don't mind me. Just passing through.
To where?
The elevator.
Doubt it.
Can't I go down to the cellar?
It's a wine cellar. Wine goes down there.
Okay. Nighty-night.
What are you doing?
I wanted some wine.
Oh, look at what a mess you have made. Get out of here.
Hey, what about my vino?
It's not self-serve. You'll just have to wait until I get around to it.
Almost there!
I'd better not open it when it's full. That could spill a lot of juice.
Almost there!
That monster upstairs is running me ragged. Oh, but monsieur, je suis très désolé. There are no guests allowed in the kitchen. I must ask you to leave.
In a minute, Leroy.
Raoul. Hello? Hello out there? Could somebody please open the door? I seem to have locked myself in this teeny tiny room. I am actually very claustrophobic, so if somebody, s'il vous plaît, oh, let me out of here, immédiatement. Oh, wow.
Pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad. Hey, I'm thirsty. Where's that waiter? That does it. Fruity, but voluminous. Well, somebody's sleeping on the job. Ah, it's empty. Ooh. Reuben, where are you? Aha!
Mon Dieu!
Taking a little nap, vous, eh? Well, le keg is empty, so toot sweet, Buster.
Yes, monsieur. Merci, anything you say. Eto, more wine. Oh, I'm going to fire him for ignoring my pleas, and then I believe I shall quit. Oh, I can never look at that pantry again. No man should ever be locked up in such a small, dark place.
So this is one of the parts of the game where a huge amount was cut out. There was supposed to be a gigantic action sequence like there was in all of, I think we cut a giant action sequence out of every year, but there's a gigantic action sequence where there's an animal called the Dillipede that guarded the bottom of the elevator. It was a giant armadillo, and the Dillipede was there to kind of snap at Manny as he came down. There's this whole sequence where you had to kind of, you had the Dillipede hanging by some elevator cable, and he was snapping at you, and you had to swing on him or something like that. And it's just the idea of a giant vicious armadillo still sticks with me. But it was one of those things where it's like, you look at the context of the game, and it's an adventure game, and the budget's short, and we're already going to be a huge game. What purpose is it serving the game? So we had to cut a lot of stuff out like that just was really cool and fun to design, but ultimately not critical of the game, and was going to be really expensive. So this is a...
Our first 3D game, and it's funny to see how many puzzles are about the physical properties of things as opposed to in a 2D adventure game you would never make something based on the shape of something or leverage. Like that whole puzzle was very physical. Like you had to move these two objects and stop them from sliding past each other, and the forklift jacked up on its back wheels, and I think we were just so excited to be in a world of physical stuff, or maybe because we were in a world of physical stuff we had to actually make it physically realistic.
No, and I think this is one of my first sets. Oh, yeah, I remember this is... Both of those were... well, it was one of the first ones that I ever modeled. And again, it was very simple. Very simple geometry. No, and I think this is one.
Dios mío, it's full of double-end tickets. This could get 100 souls on the number 9 train. Something's not right about this. I get the feeling this suitcase belongs to someone more important than Chowchilla Charlie.
All right, Manny. Give me the case.
Charles, I thought we had a bargain.
Oh, we do. But I thought I'd bring some muscle along just in case.
What's the matter, Chuck? Can't afford to hire goons to do this sort of work for you?
I'm all the goon I need. Now drop it.
You said it, boss. Got a card for me?
Here. Welcome to the Union, Manny. Meetings first Tuesday of every month, and don't forget to pay your dues.
Don't forget to pay my dues.